Your unique story, our global audience. Global One Media.
Welcome to Global One Media's exclusive one-on-one interviews with company executives sharing insights into their unique journey. I'm your host, Ashley Berry, and today Steve Cochrane, President and CEO of Lithium Chile, is here with us today. A company with one of the top lithium exploration portfolios in the world's top lithium jurisdiction, with active exploration programs underway. Lithium Chile is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange as LITH, and the OTCQB as LTMCF. Steve, what a true pleasure it is to have you here today.
Well, thank you, Ashley. And it's a real treat for me, too, to have this opportunity to tell a little bit about Lithium Chile.
Oh, we're so excited. And as you say, maybe you can give our viewers a little bit of an overview of your company to include your unique capabilities and how it all started.
Well, first and foremost, we are the next great lithium resource story to come out of Argentina. And I think that sets us apart. Most of our contemporaries have all been bought in the last 18 months. So we see ourselves as sort of one of the top resource development companies in the lithium space in South America today. We're unique from a standpoint that we have projects in both Argentina and Chile. Very few juniors have the luxury of being able to say we've got resource development project in Argentina, which our Salar de Arizaro is, but yet we have 12 highly prospective exploration projects in Chile. So it gives us it gives investors a chance to have a resource story, but the exploration upside as well.
So let's talk a little bit about those exploration properties you just mentioned. Maybe you could walk us through these properties specifically, their potential, and why you have invested in them.
Well, in Chile, we have 12, and they really run from the north around Iquique, our Coipasa Salar, which actually straddles the Bolivian border. It's the second largest salar in the world. To Aguilar, which is in the very south, down by Maricunga, where Lithium Power International is developing their resource. So we really cover the length of Chile in terms of our projects, and they range from the high Andean lithium belt to the coastal belt, which is a new and emerging area in Chile where people see lots of lithium potential. So with 12 projects, we have basically highlighted 4 that we're focused on right now: Coipasa, Yamara, or Helados, which is the picture behind me, the Salar de Helados, and Los Moros. What's encouraging from our perspective, certainly from my perspective, in the last 6 to 9 months, we've been approached by a number of major players in the lithium space that are all interested in Chile now. They're interested in our projects. We've had offers to joint venture, and it would be my goal this year to hopefully attract at least one major player into our Chilean projects.
So, Steve, you humbly mentioned the picture behind you, but I think the viewers should know that you actually took that picture. I mean, that is phenomenal to be that close to not only Chile, but also Argentina. And you would explain that, you can actually see Argentina. That's technically is Chile, but you can see Argentina on the far horizon.
Absolutely. This is as I mentioned, our Salar de Helados, one of our more prospective projects, and certainly one that's attracted a lot of attention from outside parties. I've been to this property maybe 30 times. It's 4,100 meters high on the pass between Chile and Argentina. Our actual eastern border of our Helados claims is within a half a kilometer of Argentina. So for our Argentinian lithium experts, they like this particular project because it looks very similar to some of the major prospects of the major producing salars in Argentina. So it's one of our priority projects for this year.
Wow. Breathtaking views. You also recently announced drilling on the Salar de Arizaro. That's commenced. Maybe you could talk a little bit about your approach and, what the main targets are there.
Well, interesting enough, Arizaro is only about 80, 85 kilometers into Argentina from where this picture was taken. So they're all very closely associated within the lithium triangle that you hear so much about. Arizaro was a great project for us. It came to me in April of 2021. Nobody had made a commercial discovery on the salar. It's the largest salar in all of Argentina. We're one of the largest landholders on the salar. And our team did something that nobody else has ever done before. They drilled below 300 meters. The prior drilling and the prior exploration work had really concentrated in the top 300 meters of the salar. And there's lithium brine there, but it's very low grade and very low porosity, very low flow rate. So our team felt that the source of these upper brines were coming from a lower formation. So we did something that nobody else has done, and we drilled to 450 meters on that first production test, which we announced completed in December 2021 and really announced in February of 2022. But we discovered that between sort of 330 and 450 meters, there's a classic Argentinian lithium brine aquifer where we had grades of upwards of 500 milligrams per liter. So it really changed the complexion of that whole salar. It's attracted a lot of activity, but more importantly, it gave us our initial resource. From that one well, our engineering firm gave us a 43-101 compliant resource of 1,420,000 metric tons of lithium carbonate. So game changer for us, took us from a pure exploration company to now a resource company.
Yeah, so you say game changer. Maybe you can explain for the viewers maybe that don't quite understand, why is that so paramount to the work that you're doing?
Well, for one reason, a metric ton of lithium carbonate today is trading for 75,000 US. 2 years, 3 years ago, it was trading for 5,000 US per metric ton. So there's been it's probably been the strongest commodity performance over the last 2 years. So now when people try and say, well, what are you worth? How do we value you? Well, on just one hole, we have an initial indicated and inferred resource of 1.4 million. You do the math, right? So I think finally we have the underpinnings. This resource will underpin our valuation not only now, but as we add to this resource, we'll continue to add value to the company. And that's really the game changer for us.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that. I would have to imagine that managing such of these high potential projects requires some advanced risk management. Maybe you could tell us about the key risks and challenges you're facing and how you plan to deal with them, if there are any.
Key risk, of course, is people. Having the right people, the right team in place is critical to the success of any company. And I don't know whether you're mining or technology, it's all about your people. I'm pleased to say we have an outstanding team on the ground in Argentina and in Chile. I give them full credit for taking us to where we are today, and that really mitigates a lot of the greater risk, right? When you have that kind of team to manage, because you're always going to have challenges. COVID being one that came out of left field, and obviously commodity fluctuations. But the fact that we've survived the last 6 years, we've built this outstanding resource, gives me great comfort that we have the team in place to manage these risks. Second risk, of course, is capital, right? You're always, when you're a junior mining company, you're always at the mercy of capital markets. Well, we had a significant investor come in a year ago and invest $34 million into Lithium Chile. So combined with the cash we have on hand, we have currently around $40 million cash in the bank. Gives us one of the strongest working capital positions of the junior companies that I'm aware of. And that, again, mitigates the capital risk. So we've got cash, we've got the people, and we've got great projects. So I would suggest 2023 is going to be a great year for Lithium Chile.
Sounds like a perfect recipe. Any other updates that investors might be interested to hear about, Steve?
Well, one of our goals this year, besides advancing our exploration projects we touched on briefly in Chile, is to prove that the project, the development project we have ongoing in Argentina, is closer to a 4 million ton resource than a million ton resource, right? And we have made a significant step forward on that by announcing in December this year the results from our second well. So we've now completed 2 production wells on the property. Again, our engineering firm gave us an additional 1.1 million, 67,000 metric tons on that second well. It takes us now to about 2.6 million metric tons of indicated and inferred lithium carbonate resource. We're also now well into drilling the 3rd production hole on our property. As of last night, it was down around 360 meters. So we're now getting into where we see, the formation and our target zone. So I'm encouraged that over the next couple of weeks, we'll start to see some great results from that. So it should open a lot of eyes that this is just not a one-trick pony, that this project really has some serious underlying lithium assets to it. And if you look at our contemporaries, once companies get above that 3.5 to 4 million metric ton, resource, they become very attractive for some of the major players in our space. So our goal is to show investors and the industry at large that this is a significant lithium deposit.
Absolutely. Sounds like it's just the tip of the iceberg on a pretty amazing trajectory for you at Lithium Chile. Steve Cochrane, President and CEO, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your really, truly exciting mission. We look forward to sharing updates with you, with our audience.
Ashley, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.